Okay, you guys are gonna have to help me out with how this sounds. I have zero idea because I can't monitor it for some reason. Echoey. Okay. I'm gonna try this, let me know again. Okay, let's try this out. Let's see how it works. Hello, boys. What's going on? I don't know how this is gonna sound. It's gonna sound worse than it does at home, but you're not hearing me on the AirPods this time because that was a mega complaint last time. So I literally set up. I'm gonna show you this. I set up my microphone, which is on their light. This is the hotel's light. I've got it just like kind of hanging on there, down to my mixer down there. So I literally set up my actual microphone in a scuffed way, of course, because actually I left my microphone swing arm in Texas, and I ordered a new one for home because it's just kind of getting old, anyways. So that's what's gonna work for tonight. But yeah. What shaker cup do I have my webcam sitting on? No, it's actually sitting on my laptop. But yeah. Anyways, what's going on, guys? Should sound fine. It might be a little bit softer than usual. And I can make it sound better if I turn the artificial gain down anymore, but I think it's kind of okay. I think we'll leave it here. Yeah, for scuffed setup, this is probably like best case scenario. The only downside is you can see the microphone right there, so that's kind of annoying. But whatever, we'll deal with it. Work meeting POV, hotel stream POV, man. Actually, it's sitting on my AG1 shaker. You know, funny enough, man, I forgot to bring my AG1 shakers to Texas. I actually forgot to bring it. Am I running TOB on hotel Wi-Fi? We're gonna be doing all league planning. Just, I've got tonight to stream in the hotel, and then I'll probably drive for like 13 or so hours tomorrow. But I don't lose an hour, so I'll probably get into the hotel at like, I don't know, 5 p.m. maybe. I typically leave at like 3:30, 4 a.m. whenever I wake up naturally. So I'm in New Mexico right now, and I'll make it all the way to Idaho probably tomorrow. So we'll do another scuff setup. There's no guarantee that I'm staying at the same place that I stayed at last time. I don't think they have a cool light thing like this, so like tomorrow I might be hanging my microphone off of my laptop or something, but still. Why do you make the drive on your own? Because Anne and I don't want to put a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old in a 40-hour road trip. Plain and simple. We can't put a 1-year-old and 3-year-old in a car for 12 hours a day or more. Neither one of us have any interest in doing that, man. We need to wait multiple years for that. So the only reason I do the drive is Zoe. Zoe, you gonna come lay over here? No, she's just knocked out over there. Zoe. Yeah, she's knocked out. Usually she lays on the bed behind me when I do these streams. Why not fly? Because we don't want to put Zoe on a plane. My dog is Zoe. Zoe is our husky. You guys don't see her much because she doesn't come on camera anymore. In fact, for that reason, I'll try to get her up here on the bed because you guys never get to see her anymore because she doesn't come in my office at home. She doesn't like the room. Why not use laptop or AirPod mic? Actually, I usually do use the AirPod mic, but man, I had some complaints about that when I did the drive down to Texas in the hotels. So I decided to actually take 5 extra minutes and set this up because I forgot I can just set this up to my laptop. I've already got, my settings on it, so hang on, let me get Zoe for you guys. I'll be right back. Gotta have a little Zoe action, Stick AirPod an empty monster can and use that as the mic. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, we don't want to put her on a plane, so I do the drive with her. So when we don't have Zoe anymore, I'll be flying with everyone, but until then, the drive continues. You caught the stream? What's up, Ning? Also, Prugar and Greg, thank you guys for the subs. Haven't seen her in years. I know, man. She just, ever since I moved my office, she doesn't like that room. She doesn't ever come in. And we don't let her on the furniture at home, so like that's the only way you'd be able to see her because we got that big couch behind my office. So she's getting old, but still, I mean, she caught and killed a rabbit 3 days ago, so she's still got it, you know. She's still pretty nimble. Oh, what's up, Bessie? Thanks for the 21 months, man. Yeah, Coordinator, that's why. Dang, I don't have caster labs on this computer. I'm not gonna bother with the on-screen chat, I guess. Yes, that's why we do the drive. We have family in Texas. All of my family's in Texas. I've got a brother in Houston, a brother in Austin, and my parents are in Houston as well. And we just happen to have family that lives between Houston and Austin, and they have extra space for us. So we go down and we stay with them for a couple months out of every year. That allows us some great time with them, with the kids. That allows us some great time with my family, and Anne's got a lot of family in Texas as well. So we kind of get to see everyone. So that's why we stay for so long. But so that's, you know, every like January to March, or maybe like February to April, each year we do this. And now I'm on the way home. And you know the shittiest thing about being on the way home? Gas is like $4 a gallon right now, man. How's the drive today? Not bad. I didn't sleep well last night. I've got some AGZ in the truck, so I'm gonna go grab that tonight, and I'll take that tonight so I can sleep a little bit better, hopefully. But yeah, I didn't sleep very well, so woke up at 4 a.m. got on the road, I don't know, by 4:30 or so. But yeah, it goes up the whole way. You need more. Friendly Forager's overrated in my opinion. We'll talk about Friendly Forager. I might change your opinion on it, David. I've got a lot of ideas with the relics that are out there right now. So much so that I think on Monday and maybe Tuesday, I'm going to work on kind of like a deep dive into every relic. Which will kind of be rambling more likely, but I think it'd be a good idea to do so, to explain situations where you might want to take Friendly Forager, or you might want to take Woodsman, because there are scenarios out there where you don't take Hotfoot. But I'll kind of break it down for people. It's cracked, but it really oversolves herb, but that was already the case last time. If you remember last time, a lot of people, myself included, reloaded to Friendly Forager because it was so good. So it's even better this time, I think, because you also get the auto potion make. So I don't see it as a bad relic. I know that you're seeing Hotfoot as very, very good. My argument is, if you are taking Barb, you might want to take Forager instead of Hotfoot. Because Hotfoot, you are you're losing out a little bit with Hotfoot. You're losing out if you're a Barb user. You don't need the benefit from agility boots if you have Barb. But we'll talk about it. Friendly Forager isn't that bad. I still need to see the other tier 7 and tier 5. Yeah, exactly. How much are we missing on it? Let's see. Reach level 2 to gift emotes to lucky viewers. What the hell does that even mean, dude? What does that mean, Hype Train? Mike, thanks buddy for the 83 months. What's going on, dude? Alright, let's see. Your daughter's sub emote? Yeah, I know, it's super cute, man. Iris, how you doing, man? Larcenist solves crafting and smithing because of stalls. It does, but it doesn't. So you need to think about that, man. It solves smithing, but it solves smithing because you get 30,000 ore per hour. But you still have to process the ore into bars. So if you don't have blast furnace, that sucks. Unless there's something else that's going to make that good. You got to think about that, man. Mini F, I'm not dropping any frames on my side, so it's kind of odd to me if it is, but I'll lower the bitrate a little bit so we hopefully don't have any more issues with that. And I'll also change it to variable bitrate, because that will help as well. But I didn't show any frames drop, so that might just be a Twitch thing. Okay, oh, you frozen, had to refresh, I see. Larcenist being good for Crystal. Okay, so Larcenist is cracked if you're taking Tyranwin. Larcenist and Tyranwin, like if you're Tyranwin, you almost really want to go Larcenist. You like really want to go Larcenist. But otherwise, I think you can skip Larcenist. And at least maybe consider Nature's Accord or whatever ends up being down there, right? you're on late. Yeah, what's up, Clearly? Yeah, hotel stream tonight, but only League planning tonight, and then until I'm tired and I'll go to bed, and then tomorrow when I get to the hotel, same thing. If we can, we League plan again, and these are both hotels that I've stayed in the past and I've been able to stream from, so I'm not worried about the stream really. Okay, so let's talk about this. Wow, we got 2 full tiers now. So friendly Forager. Let's see. On choosing the relic, you get the Forager's pouch. You have to have it in your inventory or worn, and I think it's an offhand item, right? Watch the video first? Yeah, we can watch the video first. Yeah, sure. Let me mute in-game. I really don't even need to be logged into the game today. Genuinely don't. Ooh. Calfight Queen Echo Boss returns with a familiar drop. Ignite your foes in stacks. And strike with the same cutting accuracy rolls as before. Wait, ignite your foes in stacks. Is the Drygor gonna burn? Is it gonna add a burn? That's the what I take that as. It's gonna add a burn over time, like a Burning Claw spec or an Addle. Whoa. Very interesting. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so could be insane. Yeah, Drygor could be crazy DPS. Receive the Forager's pouch. So yeah, it's an offhand item if you want to wear it. But you can just keep it in your inventory as well. Fishing, mining, and wood cutting. Yep. Oh, and hunter. Wow. Okay. All have the chance to find the grinding herb. So that should be the same that it was in Gridmaster. Same exact thing that it was in Gridmaster, or even last league, I think. Actually, I don't know. Did we have the Forager pouch in the last league? I know we had it in Gridmaster. Functions as an herb stack. Okay. Same cooldown? Yeah, 9 ticks I think it is, right? Something like that. And then this is big. This is actually really big with it. Not the resources saved, that's okay, right? You don't have to spend as much time gathering resources, which is nice. But the Production Master variant for Herblore is really nice, because Herblore, like making all the unfinished pots, making all the herbs, or making all the potions just takes time. So I love that they added that to this. But the second save is very, very useful. Jorgen, thank you for the prime sub, man. Does the level of activity count, or can you gather grubs? I think there's like an internal cooldown of like 9 ticks or something. I think it's like every 9 ticks it can gather something. I forget. Maybe we can find that out. Let me look on the wiki. Forager's pouch? Is that what it was? From Gridmaster. So it was... Yeah, had a cooldown of 9 ticks in Gridmaster. I would imagine it comes in the same exact way for this. Might have none. It will have a cooldown. It'll definitely have a cooldown. But it doesn't matter. Even that gets you just like unlimited herbs, basically. It doesn't matter. So... knowing what we know now, having the full first and second tiers, I like that actually changes a lot, because we can actually plan a lot off of that. You can start getting a good idea of which zones you're going to take now. Not perfect, of course, like they still might change, but what you can do is you can find your favorite zone setups and you can identify what gaps you have in your routing. Like if you were going to choose Wilderness, Mortania, Desert, right? Like you have a major gap because you only have one herb patch. So you need some sort of herb income, so you're basically forced to take Friendly Forager or reload to Friendly Forager later on. You probably want it before tier 7, or you're kind of forced to take... Shoot, I don't even know what else. I guess just Friendly Forager, because you can't even do Nature's Accord for it, because you only have one herb pouch. Or like it's just it's a wasted relic, I think, if you do it for just one patch. So like, if you're in a zone setup where you only have one, you kind of want to consider Forager. And then if you want to, maybe later on you can reload to something else, but I I don't see many scenarios where we end up getting to tier 7 and then reloading to a tier 1 or tier 2. Like maybe if you take abundance to start and then you reload to one of these two, but I can't see many people. It'll happen, but I can't see many people reloading to tier 2s. Because a lot of the tier 2 value is in the earlier points. Some of them are more, you know, overall anyways, but yeah. What do you think Reloaded will be up against? My guess is something like Banker's Note. I can't see them doing it against Total Recall. I was thinking Total Recall initially. When we didn't know what this was, I thought tier 7 was going to be Banker's Note Total Recall, or I thought it was going to be Executioner's Axe versus Last Stand. But they could genuinely put it against Golden God. Because Golden God was that popular of a relic, and people would still take Golden God here for the unlimited prayer, for the unlimited money, for the late solve of all the money things like construction, whatever else, without having to take abundance early. So Golden God, Banker's Note, I think both of those make sense. It could be something completely new. Yeah, I don't know. Is there a craft solve, or do you think it's a future relic? So crafting is solved, but crafting is...
No! Yeah. Chat! Yes! Yes!
Brother, what? What? Oh, pack it up, lads. Time for me to go to bed. Dude, Dark Mask. My man. I genuinely have a 6-pack of Celis in the car, and in the truck, and if it wasn't warm, I'd go grab a beer right now, bro. But it's a hot beer. I ain't drinking a hot beer, dude. That's my favorite beer. I can't do it like that. MP, thank you for the 28 months, dude. Dark Mask, thank you for the 100 gifted, man. Holy shit, dude. I genuinely, I can't even remember the last time I got 100 gifted. It was a long time ago. I appreciate that bigly, especially for a scuffed hotel stream, bro.
Thanks for the pints on Dada.
Legends, thank you for the 56 months, man. I'm at the bar. Get a fucking beer. No. I gotta drive at 3 a.m., man. I'll have a beer on Monday. On Monday's stream. How about that? I'll have a Celis. I'll crack it open at home on Monday's stream. Sound good? I gotta get home first, man. I gotta make it in one piece. Be responsible, that's fine with me. Cheers. I will enjoy this very nice non-cold Vita Rain Zero from Costco. Banker's Note tier 3 maybe. Banker's Note tier 3? I think Banker's Note, no. Zero chance. Zero chance Banker's Note tier 3 versus a teleport relic to the boss rooms? No. Very unbalanced. I don't see it. If you give Banker's Note, you don't need teleports, so I get the logic there. But I just think no, man. I think Banker's Note is 10 times stronger than any teleport relic. You just paid for a tank of gas? Can I share something with you guys? I was blessed today. Just being able to be in the chat, fuck work. Well, we got late stream tonight and late stream tomorrow, bro. Maybe even late stream Sunday if I get set up in time. I might actually take Sunday off to get things together at the house, though. I probably should do that. The first time I went to fill up with gas today, the pump was prepaid for $20, and I went inside and I was like, hey, am I on someone's pump? Did you guys put the 20 on the wrong pump or something like that? It's prepaid $20. So I tried to pay them $20 for it. And they said, nope, the person that was there before you said pay 20 to the next person that shows up to that pump. So, you know, thinking about it now, I probably should have paid 20 to the next guy, but I didn't pay it forward. I definitely just took the 20. Damn. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I feel bad now. But yeah, how cool is that, dude, huh? So my $100-something tank of gas was a little bit cheaper. $55 burgers, 55 fries. Oh, jeez. Give 100 gifted to the next guy? Okay. Fair. Alright. Who's taking Dark Mask's 100 gifted and giving it to the next guy? Okay, Ben is. Never mind. How did that happen as I was saying that, bro? Holy shit, dude. Pour beer over ice, problem solved. I have to refuse, man. I have to refuse. Ben, Monday. Have the beer on Monday. Cross-country road trip. I don't want to drink on the cross-country road trip, man. I can't wake up dehydrated. I'm old, so I'll have a headache. So I gotta be careful, man. It already stresses my wife out enough, man. Even though it's just one beer, you know. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the 10,000 bits, man. Also, shit. I was gonna say I can't remember the last time someone, you know, sent 10,000 bits, but I'm pretty sure that might have been you. I think you were the last guy that sent 10,000 bits. For real though, I miss being here more often. I'm sorry that that you haven't been able to catch the streams. Maybe good news for you, since I'm going back to the West Coast, the schedule shifts a couple hours later in the day. So instead of instead of getting off at 4 p.m. Central, it'll be 6 p.m. Central now, because I'm going to be back on my normal Pacific time zone. So hopefully that helps a little bit, at least for some of the time in the day for at least some of you. And I'm sorry if it doesn't at all, if it's the wrong direction for you. That'll be some of the European homies. It'll be the wrong direction for them, you know. I need some chill music today. Okay. You know best, your Rockstar safe travels? Appreciate you, dude. Might be able to catch late stream, just have to be a responsible adult these days. I feel that, man. I feel that so much. T Maggie.
I got it!
Oh man.
Yeah!
Thank you for the 5 gifted, bro.
Let's go, baby!
Okay, let's keep talking League, right? So back to the conversation. I don't think we're gonna end up having Banker's Note down here. I do think Banker's Note will be up here somewhere. I don't.
I got it!
It's not. It's too strong to go up against Culling Spree, I think.
Baby!
Kieran, thank you for the 5 gifted as well, man. Damn, dudes. You guys gotta chill. Wait, did that happen? Did the 100 gifted happen during the hype train, by the way? I don't know if it did. Do you think the next 3s and 4s will be recycles or something new? I mean, what's a recycle here? This is mostly recycled, but slightly different, I think. These all have like aspects recycled, right? They're kind of like mix and matched and slightly recycled and whatnot. The conniving clues is recycled but changed. You kind of like everything has just been like changed a little bit, right? The in-game music's a little bit loud on the YouTube stream. I could turn it down a little bit. Is the in-game a little bit on the high side, guys? That would surprise me because I feel like it's very soft. Obviously you can't hear it right now because it's in between songs. I'll turn it down a bit. Banker's Note's either tier 7 or everyone gets it or it's not in the league. Yeah, it's been a bit loud. Okay, I'll turn it down a bit more. My volume, my microphone's not as high as usual, so that could be an issue. I don't think Banker's Note will be in. I mean, it's either going to be here, I think. I could maybe see it being a tier 8 or not in. I think it blows Culling Spree out of the water, but I don't see it going up against Culling Spree. I think these are both worse than Banker's Note, but there's a small chance it could be there. There's no chance, I think, that it goes tier 4 or tier 3. You could see it in tier 4 against Clues. I mean, it is like completely different. It's like a completely different category than Clues. So like maybe. Auto smelting bars is the only good thing about it. Why is Hotfoot rated so high? Why is Hotfoot rated so high? If you take Endless Harvest instead of Barb Gathering, you don't have an agility answer. So agility sucks to train on its own in a league, right? Hotfoot is likely to be the only agile answer, other than Barb Gathering. There's not going to be a third one, I don't think, right? So Barb solves agility, but not everyone's going to play with Barb, because if you're a casual player, you're going to take Endless Harvest. More people will take Endless Harvest than will take Barb. Barb's a more speed-friendly relic. If you're going to go for completing all league tasks, Barb is better. Barb is much better for if you have the Zaya and Asgarnia zones. But if you don't have those, it's not like unreal, right? So if you're an Endless Harvester, which is more than 50% of this league, I bet, Hotfoot is a better relic to pair with Endless Harvest because of not only because of the agility, but because of the smithing as well. You get kind of the extra solve, and then obviously you get cooking solved as well. So it just has more solves than some of the other ones, I think. It's not a full solve on agility. I don't think it's going to get you, like, the boots themselves are not going to get you all the way there to 99. You'll have to do some laps, but it bumps laps quite a bit. So if you're racing to league completion, you probably want to be Barb. I'm thinking myself about trying to race to league completion with Endless Harvest instead of Barb, though. 50% chance to succeed when you fail is a lot stronger than people think. I think people have a pretty good idea of how good it is, man. But the only things with that blows Endless Harvest's XP per out of the water is Redwoods and Amethyst. It's basically neck and neck, or Barb loses otherwise. Need to hydrate. What makes Barb better for total points? How much it solves agility. Agility to 50 mil is a tough answer with Hotfoot. It's a lot of agile running with Hotfoot. Whereas if you're doing it with Barb and you have Zaya and Asgarnia, for instance, you have a over 5 mil XP per hour method for Redwoods, where the best woodcutting variant is about 2 mil, maybe a little bit more than that for Endless Harvest. You have a over 4 mil per hour mining method with Amethyst, and you have to go 200 mil in one skill, 50 mil in the other two. You're likely going to do that with woodcutting if you're a Barb user, because it's over 5 mil an hour on Redwoods. So getting 200 mil in woodcutting, 50 mil in mining, and 50 mil in fishing to finish the league points, because you need 50 mil in the skills to finish league task, gets you, I think it's 30 mil Agile XP. And then there's some tasks on top of that kind of get you the rest of the way. If you have Kandarin, you actually get to 35 mil instead of 30 mil. And then you also have to do Monkey Labs, which is another 5 mil XP, so you're at 40 mil. And then, some other tasks like, the Barb Agility and whatever else. And then Golden Tench if you're doing that. So kind of like, you get most of the way of Agile done with Barb passively. If the riddle holds true, 3 returning echo items, then Crystal Blessings coming back. No, it's the last one. So think about this, Empress. We were talking about this the other day. I think this was your theory. That the riddle of 12 monkeys jumping in a bed, 1 fell out, blah, 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 and it goes all the way down to 3. Your theory was 3 echo items are returning, right? What were the last 2, Empress? The last 2 were... Was it the staff and it was this one? You read it as 2 repeats? Yeah, there were 2 ways to interpret it. There was either 2 or 3, and I think both could be true. If it's 2, then Devil's Element and Drygore. If it's 3, Devil's Element, Drygore, and Crystal Blessing. And I think that's possible because Drygore was left to second to last. So, like Drygore's change, Element wasn't. Element, I don't think we know if Element's changed because we haven't seen stats on it, right? We just know that it's in. Though I don't think they mentioned that it changed, but we haven't seen stats on it. But yeah, I would say yeah, probably Crystal Blessing, but we'll see. Could be changed, I don't know. Maybe they all change, but are slightly adjusted, like this one was slightly adjusted. What What if it's 3 new Echo bosses? Could be. What do we have? We have Echo Amox now. Did any other Echo change? No, all the other Echoes are the same. So, like, unless we have more that are coming out that we don't know of, maybe. But I think the logic in the Echo items is the riddle was 12 fell out of bed, bumped their head, blah 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 blah. And it was talking about the 12 Echo items from last time, because last league had 12 Echo items. Does Endless Harvest work with aerial fishing? Endless Harvest does work with aerial fishing, but it's kind of annoying in a way. Say that this, like, your fishing spot is here, and then your fishing spot, this one specifically moves to here, you then path from here to here. So your character follows the same fishing spot. So if you're somewhere that it can spawn on, like, the other side of a river, like say you're at the River Lum, no, say you're at Shiloh Village, and you're fishing trout and salmon there, and that one spot spawns on the other side of the river, your character will run all the way around. So it's not a problem at some places, but it is at others. Does Woodsman work with Wintertod? Yeah, there's no reason it wouldn't. Fletch all the logs. So I can play 16 hours a day during the league, but 8 hours are AFK at work. Do I grab BG or EH? EH, and it's not even close. In my opinion, EH, definitely. Like, I'm gonna be playing the league actively, like very freaking actively for the first week, and I think I still might take EH. Because I know that I'm then gonna have a lot of AFK time on the league. And I can just save those 50 to 200 mil tasks for once I'm down to that AFK time, and then just, you know, it's free in that time. Sweats take Barb. Sweats that are racing take Barb. Chill Maxers, Endless Harvest. And then Endless Harvest gets more value than Barb anyways, in the sense that, like, every single time you are forced to step away for something, you have a 30-minute AFK, 30-minute guaranteed AFK of, you know, experience in those skills. So you need to go take a shower, you need to go cook dinner, you need to go call your mom, you need to go to work, you need to go to sleep. 30 minutes every time, you know? So that's like mega value as well. So like, even though I'm planning on racing to, or, you know, being one of the first ones to all completion, I think I'm still taking Endless Harvest. Even though I know Barb's is better for it. But I'm not convinced on that either. I still might end up taking Barb. I'll find out, that I'll decide the day of, probably. What do you mean 6 hours when you AFK? No, because you'll get auto-logged in 30 minutes. Even if you do the little, like, put something on your keyboard, it'll log you in 30 minutes now. I think Jagex finally found out a way to solve that a couple years ago. The only way it works is if you're in combat, and these things stop if you're in combat. You can't use them in combat. Enhanced Harvest, you can't use it. Enhanced Harvest in combat. Is Abundance not worth it anymore? Abundance is very good, I think, if you are rushing to the first dragon completion. If you're rushing to the first dragon trophy, Abundance is very good. Even then, those guys still might take Barb instead. You'll decide and change it 10 more times? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Current setup here, for me it would be Endless, Hotfoot, Evil Eye, Conniving, Larcenist, Culling Spree. I mean, Reloaded's the only option there, so I guess Reloaded down to Friendly Forager potentially. And then Minion. I think that solves a ton of things. What kind of gaps does that leave? Crafting doesn't have a fast option, but you can still have unlimited gems in the Alderan shop. So it's still solved, it's just not mega fast. Fletching has Veiled Totems as a solve. Magic doesn't necessarily have a solve, but combat's never an issue anyways. Why Minion over Juice Box? I think the Minion is higher DPS overall. Do you think we'll get Executioner? I don't know what's gonna be there, man. I don't know. Maybe. It was teased, so perhaps. Just noticed Doggo on bed? Yep. Oh, he's here with me. right now. Might have interrupted her dreaming. Veil's a free 200 mil for everyone. It should be 5 mil plus an hour. Just because it's 5 mil plus an hour doesn't necessarily mean that it's what you want to take to 200 mil though. Not really like the you know, freest thing when you have to spend 40 hours doing it. Like Nature's Accord and Tithe Farm, that's a free 200 mil. Larcenist
Thanks for the pines on Dada.
Elf Pickpocketing is a much freer 200 mil. Because that's going to be Giga XP per hour. Radical, thanks for the 28 months, man. Martin, thank you to the 71 months. Appreciate you, bro. Larcenist Side Elves also solved smithing crafting. It solved smithing crafting so much so that you probably don't go hotfoot. Like if you took Tyranwin, I'd probably think Larcenist with Barb Gathering and Friendly Forager. You handle cooking yourself because it's not a terrible one to handle yourself. And then you have Herblore solved, smithing solved, crafting solved with very fast pace with thieving as well. We're gonna have 200 mil tasks. You need to get 1 combat skill to 200 mil and 1 non-combat skill to 200 mil. Minion or Last Stand if Last Stand is the last choice. Last Stand's not going to be the last choice because Flask of Fervor is most of the repeated actions of Last Stand built into an offensive relic instead. But my answer out of those 3 would be Last Stand if that's still the question. Would Larcenist also be good with Mortania for Blood Shards? No. In a league, it doesn't matter if you get 1 Blood Shard or 10, you're still only going to use 10,000 charges, you know, pretty slowly, so not a big deal. What would you do for agility then? With Barb Friendly Forager? Barb. Like I said, if you take one of the Barb skills to 200 mil and the other 2 to 50 mil, you have 30 mil Agil XP for free. And if you do one of those at Barb Fishing and Kandarin, then it's 35 mil out of the 50 mil you need. Only considering Larcenist if I take Tyranwin, there's 2 situations where you'd want to take Larcenist. One of them is you have Tyranwin, and you want to crank your smithing, crafting, and thieving all in one go. That's 50 mil solved in all 3 of them very fast. And you don't even need armor seeds, you just buy crystal hallies and break them down, or buy crystal bows and break them down for those. And then the other situation where you would want Larcenist is if you skip conniving clues. Clues are a huge part of a league, and there's a task, I think, from the last league it was 75 easy, medium, hard, like all the way up to master, I think. You need to do 75 of them to finish the task. And then you also juice your collection logs from clues. And there's a 750 collection log task. So conniving clues, like I think I'm forced to take it regardless. I'm either going to take it or I'm going to end up reloading down to it, I think, because I think I have to have it if I'm going to finish all tasks. Otherwise I think I struggle too much with collection logs, or I struggle too much finishing those 75 clues. But if you don't take conniving and you took Larcenist with, say, Kandarin, it gives you very good options for clues, because you can get boosted clues, 10x clues I think it is, from heroes, from is it knights that gives some? Gnomes for mediums, like you can get hards, elites, mediums, you can get crazy clues from it. Clues aren't affected? Are you sure about that? Because it was initially posted that clues weren't affected, and then it was corrected that they are. So it hasn't been corrected on this, but I'm pretty sure it's been corrected. Let me actually I'm not on Discord right now. He's confirming it on Tuesday. Okay. It's unconfirmed so far. Okay, I think they intend on changing it. Husky said that he intends on double checking to see if it's the right way. Basically, what he said was, it says this, that it doesn't work for clues, but he went in-game and tested it on a League server, and he got 10 clues when he thieved. So he doesn't know if it's in-game as it was intended, because this could be the intended, and they just didn't change it in-game to where it doesn't give 10. So he doesn't know which one's the right answer. So he's going to find out. ZTDEHHF reloaded to NA at the moment. So you're taking Larcenist and Nature's Accord. Zaya Taranwin Desert. What are your goals with the League? Dragon Trophy and then a bit more. If it comes to combat with your setup, I see a bit of a redundancy, which isn't the end of the world, but 2 of your zones have ranged echo weapons. Not that that's a bad thing, but maybe you don't want that, I don't know. Zaya Taranwin Desert. So you have rune crafting solved with Desert, you have good magic training, you have a raid zone, you have 2 raid zones really. You have a lot of tasks that you gotta do. Taranwin's a pretty juice zone for you because you have Larcenist and you have Zaya's Nature's Accord, so that's pretty good. Herblore could be an issue for you, so that might be a hole that you want to solve. Rune crafting's good. Smithing crafting's good. I do see Herblore being an issue for you though. I also see agility not being amazing for you. So you might want to think about agility a bit as well. I mean, your agile option might be like running the niche course. Desert for unfinished pots. Unfinished pots don't solve Herblore, they just make it to where you don't have to use a vial on an herb. It saves a little time. Isn't Prif course better? Not if you have Hotfoot, because you don't get teleported to the beginning of the course off of the crystal shards. They're increased, but I don't think you get teleported to the beginning with them, so you would want the course that tellies you, I think. 10x harvest from NA? True, 10x harvest from NA. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Zaya Taranwin Desert. How many herb patches do you have with that? 2? 3. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Alright. I think KZA solves all skills well. KZA is my idea right now. That's what I think I'm going with, because I think it solves all skills so far, except for... There's 1 or 2 I might run into issues with that I don't know the answer to yet. So we gotta see what the other relics are. Gregory, thank you dude for the 4-month prime, man. Ads interrupting, my bad. Yeah, KZA. If you take Barb, I think you run into an issue with smithing with KZA. And Barb synergizes the best with KZA, basically out of any zone, so, like, there's good reason to take Barb. We don't know what's going to happen with rune crafting, or if anything's going to happen with rune crafting, but you do have the blood altar, soul altar, and you've got CMI as well, but something has to be done with rune crafting, right? Because usually it's Banker's Note versus Recall for rune crafting. And as it stands right now, we're running to runecrafting altars, you know? So like Guardians of the Rift is the best solve for runecrafting right now. So desert, if you're taking desert, you have a leg up on everyone. Forgot I had one more wing. You know there's a wolf behind you. She's a sweetie.
Thanks for the pine zone, Dada.
What regions are KZA? Kander and Zaya as Garnia. We with leagues we tend to write Zaya as Z instead of as Karen and Kebos or whatever. Dog is well behaved? Yeah, she's great, dude. Unless there's like a chihuahua next to her and then she'll try to eat the chihuahua. She doesn't like small animals. Seeing a cat on Curse's stream, seeing a dog on Foe's stream. What a good Friday. Right, man, it is a good Friday. It is indeed Good Friday. In 3 days, Jesus takes Reloaded. Yep, and he reloads into Golden God. What do you think about Forager? Forager's very good if you need an herb or solve. If you're a barb taker, Forager becomes very good. Because then you don't have to take Nature's Accord later on. What's the flaws of ZMA? I don't know, ZMA is actually a really good zone setup, I think. Your downside of ZMA is, the biggest flaw of it is there is a lot of freaking content for you to do. There's a huge amount of content, so you might be overwhelmed by that. Typically, you might want to consider balancing something like that with, replacing one of those with, something like Candor or Turanwin or Wilderness. That's a much faster zone to complete overall. It kind of balance everything. Harper, thank you for the 5 gifted, homie. Appreciate you.
Let's go, baby!
Buy that sweet baby a toy. You know, Zoe doesn't really like playing with toys. She's not that much of a toy dog, but I will give her... Here. You can have the very last bit of my buffalo wild. The laziest way to eat that I've ever seen. Thanks, Harper. She just kind of like put her head back. Maximum effort. Couldn't be bothered to move? Nope, nope. Yeah, when you have to do, you know, an insane amount of hard mode theater and sim chambers, it just becomes exhausting. What are you feeding my dog? She had just the slightest amount of Buffalo Wild Wings. She had a long day, hun. I got caught instantly. What's the likely to go against, what's likely to go against Reloaded? I think Banker's Note. That was my guess. Banker's Note. Took Mortania Zaya last league, that was a mistake. I've taken Zaya, Mortania, and Desert in the first Trailblazer League because I wanted all Mega Rare weapons, and it was exhausting. I don't even know if I pulled any Mega Rares that league. I think I stopped playing that account and made a new one. Would I reload or Banker's Note? I would Banker's Note over Reload. Seeing everything that's here, I would Banker's Note. What about preloaded? Yeah. Yeah, so we talked about that earlier this week. The idea behind preloaded was born in this stream, so it's not new here. A problem with preloaded is you haven't gotten to tier 8 yet. So how are you going to get access to a tier 8 relic? Unless you just think you get to choose a tier 8 early. I don't think it happens. KTA or KTF just to chill? Yeah, not bad. Last league you didn't pick a region with a raid? Last league I picked Taranwin, Fremi Wilderness. And it was an amazing setup. Taranwin and Fremi basically solved everything that I needed to solve with skills. Because the relics synergized so well with those two zones. Well, I got to take Wilderness for fun and speed, and it was awesome. Soul Jones, thanks for the 15 months, dude. Like my idea of renegotiated being against reloaded. Pick an extra contract versus pick an extra relic. So what is a contract? Yeah, that's why I wanted Wilderness, because I wanted the Thunder Kopesh, and I didn't need any more skill solved. A combat mastery. Oh, I see. I see. We get to find out about the packs next week, guys. That's very exciting. Kind of have to pick a raid region now. You only have to pick a raid region if you're trying to finish every single league task, which most people don't do. I don't really know how many people finished all league tasks last time. I kind of wonder. Like, multiple people finished all league tasks, but not all finished all league tasks to maximum potential. You can still finish all of the league tasks that you have available. It's just you need a raid zone to finish it to max potential. $84.2K. So that's all. Only 39 people last time finished every league task at max point potential. And this guy looks like he didn't get a kebab. So that's what the raid zones are about. The raid zones are about finishing everything with the max point potential, which means you have enough speed tasks to be able to finish that, because you need like something like 30 speed tasks or something. You need the collection log tasks, you need the combat achievement tasks, and then you need the raid stuff too. Are all zones equal? No. All zones offer the same amount of points, but some things have been moved to global, like the mega rares, right? So getting all 3 mega rares is a task. Very annoying how this, like, to change this auto white balance on the camera. Every time I like lean back and forward, it like messes it up. No auto white balance. A nicer number, 5,500. Which way's better? That's not bad. I'll leave it there. Okay, now you look 10, now you don't? I don't need to look 10. What's my least favorite zone currently? Least favorite? This year, Fremi, I think. Because Varlamore and Fremi, they kind of like compete. They have a lot of the same benefits. So, oh, I got logged out. So Fremi's value drops a lot because of that. Last year, Fremi had a lot to offer in having the stonemason shop and having really good synergy with that, you know, golden god setup, right? But I don't really need it this year. It was also very, very good last year because it had the Fremi jewelry, the Impering and the Army of Monarchs, which just made it insane. Because that stuff was just insanely strong. It was unreal how strong that was. So most people didn't want to pass that up. I do think Fremi still tends to be a good like point zone typically, but that's like less of a problem this year, right? KDA and KZA are two of my favorite setups right now. KDA might be what I switch to if there's no good rune crafting solve, and KZA otherwise. Do we get any hints at what the Fremy helmet is? We just know it's modeled after V's helm, and I think that's all we know. Ifo, you look like you're about to sell me an online course. Yeah, I'm happy to sell you an online course. So it's going to cost you $5.99 or a Twitch Prime sub.
Thanks for the pine zone, Dada.
Clink. Wait, I pointed to where my camera usually is, but it's not up there right now. It's right here. I'm so used to pointing up there. Even at home, camera's up there.
Thanks for the pine zone, Dada.
Brykins, thanks for the sub as well, man. KDA and skipping hard mode whisper. Oh, the awaken whisper. I mean, we're juiced in leagues, man. You might be able to do it, you know. Well, that being said, awaken whisper is a bitch, but we are juiced in leagues, you know. I mean, think last leagues we had 2-tick shadow. We might have 2-tick shadow again. Do you know when the tasks are usually released? So I expect that this coming week they're going to release the medium and easy global tasks and the medium and easy Varlamore tasks for us. Maybe all Varlamore tasks, but probably just the medium and easy Varlamore tasks. And then we'll get all of the other ones, typically like, I think a couple hours before the launch of the league. And again, thank you buddy for the 142 months. Massive sub, dude. Lovely to see you, brother. There's more servers this year as last league. It was packed for the first few days. And with zones being different now, lower level things are slightly worse for all of us, I feel. There were an unreal amount of servers last time, man. I don't think that they have too many issues with that nowadays. I'm personally not too worried about it. There's always servers that are like 2,000 players, 2,000 players, 2,000 players, and then there's this whole like list of like 15 servers in a row that have like 400 people on them. Just scroll down the list a little bit. Autistic, thanks for the 23-month Prime, man. Do you think we're gonna have a delay on launch like last time? Was there a delay last time? Was there? On the last one? There was a delay 2 leagues ago, but not on the last one. 3 hours? There was a 3-hour delay last time? What was it? It was worse for Jagex accounts? Oh, I got on mobile, didn't I? Yeah, I was delayed personally. I was delayed 30 minutes. I remember that. Because I remember talking about at the end of the first day, I grinded all the way back up to rank 1, even though I started 30 minutes behind. But yeah. So if that happens, we'll have a backup strategy of what you can do on mobile. Because there was that problem last time, right? Where like Jagex accounts couldn't log in right away, which by the way, they fixed that for the Gridmaster release, so I don't think there's going to be any issue. But there were no problems with Gridmaster, I'm pretty sure. But what I ended up doing was getting on mobile and then pickpocketing men and then pickpocketing farmers and then going to pickpocket guards with dodgy deals. So I like got myself dodgy deals right away, basically, and just AFK'd pickpocketing until I was able to log on. So, what's the answer this time then? You went to ham members with Trickster? Trickster, that's what it was. Yeah, not dodgy deals, Trickster. Yeah, I did ham members until I could go to guards, and then I went to guards. How do I keep going to high scores? Which farmer did you pickpocket? Mr. Mammal, he's got that YouTube money. I mean, I guess endless, like, if you're an endless user, it's good go, right? You probably just go touch trees or something. Well, no, you probably want to fish instead of touching trees, because with endless you'd be on a bronze axe and a bronze pickaxe. So if you're on mobile, you probably want to fish something. Oh, sorry, Illusory. Fishing would be best. Yeah, where's the close Varlamore fishing spots? So Varlamore has this spot that's like right over here. It's kind of a unique one. You can fish house keys here. And I think you can do it from... Oh, you can't see. I think you can do it from level 1. But that's a net fishing spot. So like you can start fishing there. And then is there any other... there's no like river close, is there? So I guess you AJP up here maybe? Any fishing spots up here? There's a river! What do you mean there's no fishing spots? Where the fish? Okay. There's some over here at Alderan too, isn't there? There's anchovies. Shrimp anchovies. No river fishing, so... I guess we go to Balticlon. South of AJP? Shark lobster though. We want trout salmon probably. Because then you just have to fish up to 15 and then you can go to trout salmon. There's some by AIS, by the bank. Wait, no, wait, there's some right here. That's close too. You can go from that to this. Otherwise, yeah, I see it there now. And that's about the same run from up here to the fair ring as it is to up here. You need to buy bait and such from Castori though? Not if you're in this, right? Or, do you still need bait within this? I thought it did bait as well. Does it just do the rod? Maybe just does the rod. Doesn't say. Is that Barb? That's Barb, isn't it? Whammy. How's the drive today? Long today, man. What would be your go-to combat style if you did KZA or KDA? KZA, melee, ranged, mage, they're all good. You can do any of them with KZA. KDA, I think you're looking at range mainly. You have a T-bow Fulmisori that's fortified with an Anguish, treads that are maxed, and a ZCB. What's up, half-baked? Thank you. Yep. How's mage for KDA? KDA, you get Shadow, you get a Trident, you get Occult Necklace, Conflictions, Max Treads, Virtus. Not bad. Basically the same as KZA, but you don't get Augury unless you get Grimoire, if there's a Grimoire, and you don't get Ancestral. You're in Virtus Max, and you have Infinity until you get Virtus. I'm almost exclusively a YouTube watcher, and I watched your most recent YouTube video from yesterday, and I got April fooled on April 3rd from the blue helm in the video. Sorry, bro. The video started with "Don't believe anything you see today" because that was the live stream from April 1st. Also, sorry, no new YouTube video this week, just since I'm driving home to Washington, I don't have time to edit one. What combat style would you choose for DWZ or DZA? Desert Wilderness Zaya. Ranged or melee? Mage is fine too, but you don't get the occult necklace, but I say ranged as probably your primary because you get this crossbow from KBD and you get this bow from Hespori. So you would imagine the echo weapons are going to be pretty good. Probably the Hespori one is a lower level entry one because it's not as hard to get. Possibly the KBD one being a bit higher end, I don't know. Shoot, yeah, you got blowpipe as well. Yeah, you got all three style. Yeah, that's insane. Okay. Ranged. ZTA. I mean, I like melee. If Crystal Blessing comes back how it was, melee with full crystal armor and a scythe. Until you get that, you can use a whip. You can use a lance once you get that, but that's pretty high slayer. What would you choose for ZDA combat-wise? ZDA, again, you have access to a lot. I'd probably go ranged or melee, because again, your mage isn't as juiced because you don't get the occult necklace. It's still fine, you just don't get occult. We don't know masteries. We don't know masteries. Just based on the gear and the like prey unlocks and whatnot. That's all I'm assuming based on. Melee ADZ, looking forward to the Dogger. ADZ with the Dogger, I think you want to consider switching D for K. Because the way that the dog one reads, it's going to have elemental weakness involved. And it might get juiced from the elemental weakness bonus of the Kandarin offhand. And I think it's likely that they juiced that because Kandarin was weak last time. No one wanted to choose it. So that it might scale with that could be interesting. Do we know when Combat Masters will be shown? Sarni teased that he's gonna release something on him, or they're gonna release something on him this coming week. Which they kind of have to, right? It's this week or next, right? But I think what they'll do is, like what they did last time, I think they released it about a week ahead of time, and then people had a week to play with the calculators and stuff to figure out what they wanted. So I think we'll get it early in the week, maybe Tuesday. What areas will you be taking and why? Right now I plan either Kandarin Zaya Asgarnia or Desert Zaya Asgarnia. And the why is primarily based on the relics that we see so far. I think that there's a lot of solves for both of those zones with this. If there's no runecrafting solve in the remaining relics, then I probably take Desert instead of Zaya. Because I need Guardians of the Rift. That being said, as we see more relics, that could change over and over and over. Doesn't Kandarin solve runecrafting by itself? Not really. Just having access to ZMI, I don't think is a solve, right? Because you're still running all the way to ZMI. If you think of the last, I think 3 leagues, we've had either Banker's Note ZMI or Last Recall ZMI. We've had Banker's Note True Blood Altar or Last Recall True Blood Altar. There's been Banker's Note or Recall for altars. So I don't think it's solved yet because we haven't seen anything that is runecrafting related or teleport to altar related. So there could be some teleport relic, kind of like Nature's Accord, that like teleports you directly to runecrafting altars. You know what I mean? So we have to see what that comes out as, if it comes out, and what it goes up against. And if that doesn't come out, desert stocks go way up because of Guardians of the Rift, I think. Rift also means that you don't have to have an answer to have a lot of pure essence. Which Zaya does get a lot of pure essence, so that's not that big of a deal. Joints, what's up? Thanks for the 11 months, man. Sorry if you already answered this. FF change your plans over tier 2 over Hotfoot. I'm feeling none. I think friendly Forager you should really consider if you take Barb Gathering, but if you're Endless Harvest, I think Hotfoot's much better. Though, if you're Endless Harvest and Larcenist with Tyranwin, you can skip Hotfoot. Because you have a good smithing solve with that. Crafting, smithing, thieving, done. Thoughts on TMA range into a melee setup? Yeah, seems decent. You think Crystal Blessing? You know, so you have Bofa, you have Twisted Bow, you have full Crystal that you can camp for melee. If you need to be tanky, you have Justy, you have a Noxious Hallie, you have everything God Wars related, Torva if you want it. That's pretty juiced. ZAD so far? No, DZK or D or KZA or KDA. Did Crystal Blessing get confirmed? No, we're just assuming that that's what it is until we hear that it's not. The way that we solved it, or not me, but someone in my stream came up with a solve for the monkeys in the bed riddle, this riddle right here, the other day, that effectively worked out to either 2 or 3 echo items returning this league and everything else being new. So if the answer was 3, then we have the Dragor Blowpipe that's returning, the Devil's Element that's returning, and the assumption is maybe the Crystal Blessing returning as well. Does KZA need Hotfoot for smithing? I think so. Because I think KZA is cooked on smithing otherwise. There's a good planner website. Yeah, but League's planner isn't going to be too strong until we see more relics, I think, man. Why the Asgarnia in KZA? It was mostly initially for the Redwoods, and just partially because I want to do the continent Asgarnia. It also absolutely juices collection logs and combat achievements. Asgarnia, Desert, Mortania, and Kandarin are the big combat achievement point zones, and we need 750 combat achievements to... No, 1100 combat achievement points to maximize that. So with my setup of KZA, with Varlamore involved in Karanja, there's over 1200 potential combat achievement points, so I can pick and choose some of them. I don't have to get absolutely everything. So I think it gives me some breathing room there. And I'm more interested in Zaya than I am in Desert or Mortania. Basically, I think I need some combination of 2 of the following: Zaya, Desert, Mortania, Asgarnia. I need 2 of those and then something else. What region for mage build? Mortania or... I mean, any of them, man. Any raid zone, it doesn't matter. If you get Zaya, you get Augury. If you go Desert, you have Ancients as well, without having to unlock these things. And if you go Mortania, you get Sangstaff plus Timic and Shadow from that. And the GG Echo, yeah. The Garglon staff. Okay, I'm gonna be... Ugh. Okay, I gotta go get some sink water. Yeah, I gotta hydrate, man. They're in hotels. guys company. Asgarnia Redwoods? Sorry, Asgarnia, Amethyst. Because I initially, when I chose it initially, I actually wanted a Barb Gathering for it. I don't know that that's true now. I still don't know if I'm going to take Barber unless... Severa, thanks for the 72 months, man. Good to see you, man. Hope your travels are going safely. They're going well, man. Thanks, buddy. The Gargalon staff seems like a Mage Sunlight Spear. Mage Sunlight Spear. Is it AoE? We don't know. Sunlight, the Soul Spear was AoE, right? This just said it explodes, right? Did it say it explodes? It said like you charge it or something. And shatter your enemies. Oh, but enemies plural. So maybe. Huh. That's kind of cool. The Garglon. Choosing range, you go Zaya, Asgardia, Desert. Or Kandarin Desert, Asgardia. I think it stacks up to a big hit. Barb fishing with EH. Barb fishing with EH is good, you need Kandarin for it. Late stream, you traveling? Yeah, I'm traveling. I'm going back to Washington, man. Left Texas, I am in New Mexico. What happened to Old Mexico? Cartels. We already talked about today's post of the Dragor saying ignite your foe in stacks. Please do not ignite me. I'm not flammable. Fire is actually one of my only weaknesses. Fire and bullets. Knives. And DHT? Fuck you. Wow. Oh, are you taking I-10? No, not this time, man, because it's not cold, which means I can go through the mountain passes for the more direct route. So, no, I don't have to go all the way over to California, luckily. Because that literally adds like a half day to my trip. Having to go through California, plus $27 in gas. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Fire aka Cerberus? Nah, but it says that you ignite your enemies, right? Or Dagger. Oh no, the blowpipe says you ignite your enemies. Where's Dagger? 36 Dagger, it scales with elemental weakness. That is important. Why do they add that line specifically? Why do they... Oh, it does say that can ignite your enemies, yeah. Why do they add that line specifically? Why do they say that a dagger scales with elemental weakness? Is it like meant to be like a dagger staff? Like a dagger wand? Like, does it have 10% magic damage on it or something? That'd be interesting. Spec's gonna set Ellie weakness to 100%. It says the special attack hits instantly. Might act as a melee twin flame, bonus damage automatically. Daggers naturally have positive magic attacks, so possibly a staff mix. Plus, you run faster with daggers. Good point. Good point. Guys, I'm gonna go AFK for a second. I'm gonna run out to my car or my truck. Actually, I'm gonna go get a AGZ so I can drink that now, so I can knock out about an hour from now, and hopefully stay asleep and get some good sleep tonight. Because I'm tired today. I need it. So. Do I leave Zoe here? Do I take her with me? I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna take Zoe with me. I was gonna leave her here, but she should probably get out anyways. I'll be right back. You guys will watch her? Yeah, I know. Here we go. Remind me when I get back, I muted the microphone. Might be awkward if I don't remember. Got cold out of nowhere, dude. I was outside, I was like freezing. Where's my AG1 or AGC? No, I'm not muted. I unmuted it. Mark streamer.
Thanks for the pine zone,
BFT,
Dada.
thank you, buddy, for the 82 months. Zoe's eating her food. Your skin thins as you
Thanks
get older.
for the pine zone,
Makes
Dada.
sense. What? Your skin thins as you get older? Is it really? The audio's in Spanish? ¿Cómo? Hey Fo, what's the strategy for getting the Xerix talisman quickly? Go to the Lizardman Canyon and hit every Lizardman you see one time, and then move on to the next one. Tag everything you can, but only hit them once. There's like 40 of those dudes in there. But hit everything once, then leave and go do something else. Make sure that in game you have this thing turned on called untradeable loot notifications, and if you get a talisman drop, you'll see it in the chat, because over the next 10 minutes or so, all the Shazian soldiers will slowly kill the lizardmen. So for a while, you'll just, you know, get loot notifications. Make sure you have the Easy Karen diary done. It doubles the drop rate, by the way. Thank you very much, Yemen.
Thanks for the
No, I
pine
genuinely don't
zone,
think you've
Dada.
ever seen me drink AGZ, guys. Because I only take it at night and I never stream at night. Stagnuts, thanks for the prime sub. I almost called you Stagnuts. Oh, Stagnuts, how we doing, man? It's close. Fo, do you feel a noticeable difference in eating mostly whole foods versus like 50% processed stuff, even equal macros? There's just less nutrients overall in processed food, but I've never... Way back in the day when I did eat mostly whole foods, I think I did feel like more energetic and stuff throughout the day. I don't necessarily eat that way now. I don't care about bodybuilding and stuff like that as much as I used to, like in my early 20s. The early 20s is probably when I looked the best and when I felt the best. And coincidentally, I ate mostly whole foods then. So, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, most people know now that processed foods are not great. But I was younger, yeah, but I'm just different type of feeling, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel bad that I'm older now, you know what I mean? My joints maybe hurt a little bit more, but... Holy ball. Have you just noticed? You think we'll see Pocket Kingdom return? My guess is no, because it was such an unpopular relic. I don't think very many people took Pocket Kingdom. Did anyone here take Pocket Kingdom? I did, and I hated it. You did, in your alt. I still don't think it was a good relic. My theory is that everything on here is brand new. Okay, your theory has been proven wrong. Oh, from here on. Ah. Streamer doesn't read how to know chat? Huh? Do we know if the Gridmaster Winter Relics have been announced yet? I don't think so. And my guess is the kind of like rehashed relics that take pieces from other relics and combine them are not from the Gridmaster people, of course. I could say, like, maybe one of them came up with the Evil Eye. Otherwise, I don't know. Husky said that at least one of them was the strongest relic ever. Damn. Did you already talk about how Forager changes your opinion on the start? It's good if you have Barb Gathering. If you have Barb Gathering, you don't really want to take Hotfoot because a lot of Hotfoot is agility and agility's solved with Barb Gathering. So I like Forager with Barb Gathering because then you don't have to take natures and you don't have to have, excuse me, potentially something else that's herb related. My Huntsman strat is insane. Your Woodsman strat's insane? What's your Woodsman strat?
Thanks for the Pine Zone, Dada.
Salty, thanks buddy for the prime man. Forager seems trash because it only solves one skill. It's a tough skill to solve in a league though, man. Myself and a lot of other people reloaded to Forager last year because it was needed for the solve. $99 Hunter at the start from rumors. I'll be 99 in 2 hours. So just the blocking. I forget main. Does sticking to like the harvest only rumors? Is there a loot difference between the like adept tier and like the high end tier? I'm not leaving Barlow Mortal Main and Hunter. Yeah, there's a loot difference. Is that your strategy? There's not an XP difference though, is there? I guess the XP is based on like how rare the thing is, huh? Yeah. There is. Okay. So is your strategy just the harvest or the Jerboas? You could do master with only Teku Salamander or Red Chins. That Teku Salamander sucks sometimes though, man. Jerboas into 57, then only Jerboas to 62, then Chins and Jerboas until 72. Do master with only the basement. Ah, so you never have to leave the guild. Okay. But you're doing all of this on an 8x XP rate. You're doing it on 16x, but you said that. Oh, I thought you said that you weren't like. Oh, because double from Hunter and Rumors. Well, right, but you could be doing it on 32x, is what I'm saying. Do you think it's that strong that you need to push it that early? I will for 200 mil. How much XP per hour do you think it's going to be? Gonna get into tier 4 from it. Shit. Well, not anymore. You're not now. That's now in my guide. We're all starting with Hunter to 99 with your strategy. You're fucked, buddy. Joey, you gonna come up here? cool. So you're going woodsman to get 99 hunter early. You get points, what, 200 points from 99, 200 points from 95, 200 points from 90. Not 200 from 80, is it? Oh, the hunter tasks are insane. The hunter tasks are insane. You're right about that. What's up, Squid? Thanks, buddy. Oh no, I just banned the entire UK. Build a Quetzal landing site for 30. 10 rumors, 30. 25 rumors, 30. 50 rumors, 30. Oh wait. 50 rumors, 80. 100 rumor, 30. Quetzal whistle, 30. Bull hunter outfit, 80. Huntsman's kit, 80. 50 gray chins, 80. 500 chin champas, 200. Gray chin, 30. Adept loot sack, 30. 25 sunlight antelopes, 80. Dwarf redberry antelope, 30. 100 teku salamanders for 200. Equip a teku salamander for 200, but you can't do that yet, of course. Catch a dragon impling for 80. 50 moonlight antelopes for 200. Master loot sack 80. 100 moonlights for 80. Lucky barehanded for 200. 25 mil, 35, 50, 99. I mean, kinda cooking. $30, $30, $30, $80, $30. Wow, that's just... Someone said 2480 points. I'll trust him. Minus 200 for the 50 mil, minus 200 for the 35, minus 200 for the 25. Minus wearing it. So like 1680 points there. And then you get first tasks for all of those different levels. So I don't really want to lean into the first task for all those different levels. Because I'd be going for something else to 99, I suppose, but... Do I go desert for sure if I'm picking a range? You don't have to. You can go desert, you can go Zaya, you can go wilderness. You got an echo range item in each one of those. Deep, what's up? Thanks for the 53 months, man. You could go any raid zone for a T-bow if you wanted a T-bow. What am I looking for right now? Echo tasks. General. First and 23. Let's consider first 50 and beyond, maybe. Why are they not all named Achieve? Okay. 30. 30. You look tired? I am getting a little tired, yeah. I mean, it's 8 PM for me, technically, so... I'm drinking my AG1. I'll be out in the next hour. .80 tasks, achieve first 70, first 80, and then 90, 95, and 90, 95. Is first 99? First 99 is not 400 points. This. Just 95, then the skill? Okay. So that's an extra 820 points when you consider 50 to 99. Kind of a cool idea, honestly, man. But I'm not taking Woodsman, so fuck you. But really, like, I like the idea, man. I like the idea. That is a lot of points. I would maybe consider doing that. Oh, man. If you open one zone and can get to 12x off one zone, like, can we do that? Can we manage 12x XP rate off one zone? Tier 5, but just one zone unlocked? Probably have 2 by 5, huh? It's only 70 tasks to 99. 70 tasks to 99? Damn. On 16x, how much is an XP drop of like finishing one of your things, like on the high end? All that rushing to be stuck with woodsman. Well, it's just like, main. How long do you expect 99 to take you? 100k XP drop, shit. XP per rumor, that's crazy. Hello from Peru, what's up, man? Hope the drive's going well, thanks, dude. Did you say 2 hours to 99? 2 hours, maybe a little bit more. Okay. Would you hear me out here? If you don't take Woodsman, you do the same thing in 4 hours. So you save yourself 2 hours, but you're giving up Hotfoot? For 2 hours? I don't know that that's worth it. It would be more than 2 hours then, though, because you can fail the stuff. In my opinion, Hotfoot's bait, but I'm also wilderness, so I just do wilderness course. I mean, you can do any course. I mean, wilderness course isn't like absolutely cracked XP per hour. Goes a lot of money off that. What's Hotfoot bait? Well, the primary benefit of Hotfoot, in my opinion, is the smithing, not the agility. Smithing solve is nice. I think Hotfoot sucks due to all produce the smith bars. No, all produce the
Thanks
smith
for
bars.
the pine zone, Dada.
Oh, production and cooking. Well, but I think the idea is you don't really need it. Because you get passive XP drops from the things that are cooked in the ore being smelted. TG, thanks buddy for the 3-month prime, man. Bars half XP from ores? Okay, but hear me out here, right? So you're saying you don't take Hotfoot, right, to Overlord? What zones are you taking? What website is this? This is called oldschool.runescape.com. It's the game we play, man. News post. They've been putting these out since 2002. Even before that. looking for zone because masters, but I'm heavily picking Tyranwin. Yeah, so if you're Tyranwin, you take Larcenist, your smithing's done anyway, so yeah, you probably don't want Hotfoot. Tyranwin users probably don't want Hotfoot at all, in my opinion. But Tyranwin users also should go Larcenist, I think. Barb FF on main. Barb FF on main is very strong. Barb Woodsman on main is very strong too. If you have T, you don't need Hotfoot, but if you aren't T, you likely need Hotfoot. You can get away with not having Hotfoot as well with the smithing stuff, with Remy or Desert too. Remy, Desert, Tyranwin. You got good smithing solves with those. What's the point of an alt? Fun, and to get points on an alt. Like, I'll do some league on my hardcore airman so I can get some of the cosmetic stuff on it. I think a lot of Hotfoot will be sitting on bars but can't produce them. You just take it to an anvil. The argument, man, is smelting time sucks. If you don't have Hotfoot, you smelt and you smith. If you have Hotfoot, you have the bars, you just go smith. Because smelting sucks. And half of your experience is already taken care of. Why do we have low energy today? It's late, bro. I spent 13 or 14 hours driving in a car today. No anvils close to a bank unlike Varrock? Oh, there's plenty of anvils in the game close to a bank, bro. I think steel plate bodies is 3.6 mil an hour. Bam! I would imagine Camturum has a good one. I haven't seen where it is, but I would imagine Camturum has a good one. Nah, it's still a bit of a run. What about good old Civitas? That's a bit of a run too. Barb Gathering is my agile solve? Yeah, Barb Gathering is an agile solve already. But we're talking about the 50+% of the game that's going to take Endless Harvest, man. But yeah, Barb Gathering is an agile solve. Quite good one. Auburnvale has one? Oh, Auburnvale has one. Yeah, that's pretty close. That's not bad. Another one. Do you think Hotfoot is big bait? Well, Hotfoot is just the cozy relic that's also very good as well. You know? It's like max vibes, you know? Most people that take Endless Harvest are gonna quit before Endless Harvest, or I'm sorry, Barb Gathering gonna quit the game before Barb Gathering even gets good. Isn't Barb Gathering good at 85? A lot of people don't make it that far, dude. And no, Barb Gathering's not really good with her. Fine, it's not good, I'd say. What are you taking, EH or BG? I'm undecided between them, man. I mean, with my zones, BG is better, but Endless Harvest is cozier with my lifestyle. Because then I can Endless Harvest while I edit videos, Endless Harvest while I go on walks with my family, like stuff like that. Dinner, spend time with my kids, Endless Harvest mobile. Can't do that with Barb. Also, 30-minute AFK every time I have to step away from the game is mega. If I go to sleep, extra 30 minutes of training. Take a shower, 30 minutes. Want to work out in the gym, 30 minutes of training. So, Endless Harvest fits the lifestyle better, so I think I'll take Endless Harvest. Even if Barb is a little bit more efficient overall, it doesn't matter. I'll still get Dragon Tier before the Overlord guy. Those max vibes wins. Is this vote or is he using AI? Yeah, man. I never rush for Dragon, but I always get Dragon within a month. I get Dragon within 5 days. Maximum Endless Harvest. But I do rush things. Not necessarily rushing Dragon, but I move fast. What's your coin solve if taking EH? Right now I don't have one, bro. That's a problem. My coin solve might be fucking Alking Bando's hilts or something. I don't know right now. We need to know more. Maybe there's a golden god or something out there. That being said, I don't really think I need a massive coin solve. The primary coin solve is for very, very fast construction, and I can simply do construction with like mahogany planks for much cheaper. Need like 22 mil for 50 mil XP or something. 22 mil GP, something like that, I forget. You don't need a mega coin solve, you just need enough coins. What relic do they release tomorrow? Do they release another teleport tier? Another tier 4? I guess it's tier 4. Maybe something special like a big league reveal instead of a relic. I think their idea is a relic a day. Where are we at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days before the league. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, release a relic a day, and then 2 days before they drop, I don't even know, more tasks on us? Have a day for combat masteries? It's possible that we get we'll get the last echo tomorrow. It's possible we get combat masteries on Sunday. Or maybe they like tease them and then they drop them on Monday. Because Monday stick book, so that's got to be the day. So I think combat masteries come Monday. Sunday's a holiday, isn't it? Yes, a quite large one in the world. Is it going to be combat masteries for sure, or is that a guess? The fuck, do I work for Jagex, bro? Homie thinks I'm a J-mod. Seriously, at a sponsored stream, so technically? Yeah, but no. There's still something from the anniversary we don't know about that you attended? There's about 8 billion things from the anniversary that I know that you don't know about. I mean, there's shit from Jagex visits that I went to 10 years ago that you don't know about.
Thanks for the pines on Dada.
Doesn't mean I can share them. Hey Shrab, what's up? Thanks for the 67 months. This is the nature of an NDA, man. League specific? Can't answer, dude. We like TDA for range build this league. Seems redundant to me. Iranwin makes sense if you want to juice like a Crystal Bofa strategy. Desert and Asgarnia makes sense if you want to juice a Masori Tebow strategy. But they kind of compete with each other and kind of cancel each other out. A little bit too much redundancy. I'd switch to Iranwin for something else if you want to go that route. Because then you have, like, I'd change Iranwin into, like, Zaya or Wilderness. Because then at least, like, you have, like, I don't know, a bow from Zaya. You have a crossbow from Wilderness. You have the Dragro Blowpipe from, you know, Desert. You get ZCB and Masori upgrade for Asgarnia. Like, I would not go Tyranman for that one. Speaking of Tyranman, hands Chris fuck with you. Okay, guys, I probably need to take off. It's not very late, but I need to break all of my equipment back down and pack it all back up so I don't leave anything here. And then I need to shower and get ready for bed and stuff, so I can get on the road at bright and early, like 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna go and take off. Thank you guys for chilling with me tonight. Dark Mask, if you're still here, thank you so much for dropping 100 gifted on me today, man. Quite a generous night, man. Ben, thanks for the 10,000 bits, dude. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'll do another one of these streams tomorrow night when I get to the hotel, after I get myself some dinner. Sound good? I'll see you guys then. Take it easy. Have a good one, boys. Look at that. No issues with the laptop stream today. Let's go. See you guys tomorrow.